Hi, welcome you all for this video. In this video, we are going to see about microprocessor and microcontroller and what is the difference between microprocessor and microcontroller. Because we all have that confusion, what is microprocessor and microcontroller, where it will be used and in which application we can go with microprocessor and microcontroller. Okay. First here I am having two diagram 1 and diagram 2. I am saying my diagram 2 is microcontroller. Okay, and my diagram 1 is microprocessor. So how I am saying this one is microprocessor and this one is microcontroller. Microcontroller is nothing but it integrate all the peripherals or all the things which are needed into a single chip. Okay, integrate everything inside a single chip. It is called microcontroller. If you see here, the components like CPU, EEPROM, timer, RAM, ROM, serial, everything present in image 2 also, image 1 also. But why it is called MCU? Everything is integrated inside a single chip. This is microprocessor. Microprocessor means it will have CPU. All the peripherals or all other components will be connected externally. Okay. So this is microprocessor. Microcontroller is nothing but all the things which are needed, everything will be integrated inside a single chip. Microprocessor will have the processor. All the external components or external peripherals will be connected to the processor via external buses. Okay. Now I am differentiating microprocessor and microcontroller using some of the feature. First we can go with architecture. This is microcontroller. So microcontroller is a single chip. Inside the chip, it consists of CPU, memory, RAM, ROM, flash, peripherals. So all the components will be placed inside a single chip itself. Microprocessor will consist of only CPU on this chip. In this chip, it will have only CPU. If you want memory or peripherals, everything has to be connected externally to this chip. Okay. So this is microcontroller, microprocessor. Everything is present inside the chip. Here it consists of only CPU, memories and peripherals. Everything has to be connected externally. Next one is memory. Next feature is memory. Since it has the inbuilt memory, we can go with limited memory only. Because inside the chip I have to place that memory, right? So it will be from KB to few MB it supports. Here in microprocessor, we can connect the external memory. So it can support for large external memories. Third one is performance. Obviously, its performance will be lower to moderate, and in microprocessor, it supports for high performance. Gigahertz to multiple gigahertz it supports. Next one is power consumption. It has everything inbuilt, means its consumption will be low. So wherever I require low power application, at the time I can go with microcontroller. So power consumption is low. Whereas in microprocessor, it consumes higher power. Okay, if my application requires or its main feature is low power consumption, means then I can go with the microcontroller instead of microprocessor. Next one is cost. Cost wise, microcontroller is low, microprocessor is high. Operating system. It's usually don't come up with the operating system. If suppose I require also, I can go with minimal operating system like ATAs or some other FreeATA, some other minimal operating system I can use inside the microcontroller. Mostly we go with bare metal code. Whereas in microprocessor, it's fully run on the operating system. It might be Linux, Windows or Android. Then about peripherals. Many peripherals are integrated inside the chip like timer, ADC, watt, SPI, I2C, everything are integrated. But in MCU, externally it has to connected via an interfacing chips. Okay. And use cases. In control-oriented application, we can go with microcontroller. It may be real-time or small task means then you can go with microcontroller. Like motor monitoring, sensor monitoring, those application I can go with microcontroller. Microprocessor is used for process-oriented application. If suppose I am going to have multiple tasks, networking, in those places I can go with microprocessor. Some examples of microcontroller is STM32, Atmega 32, 8-bit, PIC, ESP. So everything comes under the microcontroller. If you go for microprocessor, NXP, iMac6, Raspberry Pi, TIM62, Intel cores are comes under the example of microprocessor. That's all about microprocessor and microcontroller. We will meet on next video with next new topic. Okay, thank you.